Alright, so let's just get this out of the way. Due to my irresponsibilities as a creator, I'm just gonna have to push what I wanted to do for this month, or what I wanted to start covering this month to next week. And unlike last year, between the coverage of Gotchard and Geets, I will actually have content filling in the Wednesday and Friday, so you will be seeing this on Monday, to which I'll probably try to sit down and cover this wave of figures probably by Friday. And then the Wednesday video will be another of Zrykin's videos that he recorded for his month, but I distinctively told him for that particular thing to not do it for that month. So I'll just stick that for the Wednesday video, and then you'll get to see the Armor Series 3 review on Friday. But obviously, I should probably recap of what's occurring this month, which is Zenkaiger / Dawn Brothers, as they both have 2 items respectively. Right now, I'm editing the written review for the Geertlinger because that's fully recorded. I need to start the Geertlinger, which technically shouldn't take as much time, but then I have to go into Dawn Brothers, which is going to be double the time and such, and obviously because of how taxing it would be in terms of like what I need to cover and such, and just due to the fact the Zongwa Sword video is still not written out. The Dawn Brothers one is almost done, but again, I should have had this done last month, but just because of the stuff I was working on kind of gained behind we're at this point of irresponsibility. So obviously I apologize that we will be pushing things a week from now and such. However, I don't feel as bad for like it is irresponsible, but like I don't feel as bad just because luckily June has 5 weeks in it, and I forgot about that because I've only been accounting for the schedule in terms of the second channel, in terms of like how many weeks and not for this channel. So like luckily by pushing the May videos a week, even though that would mean the Zongwa Sword will fall into majority June, that would mean the July videos get to start evenly. And speaking of July, June's videos are just going to be like a weird mix of videos and such. As I've already teased in a short, we will do the Doran Changer 30th anniversary after the Zongwa Sword, and then we will get into the 3 Ultra replicas I own: Flash Prism, Orb Ring, and the fusion card, the first fusion card set. July then, technically, was supposed to be when we started traditional reviews again, but again, because I'm actually going to sit down and cover the Armor series, Armor Blind Box series, Wave 3, so that will be technically the first traditional review of 2025. But for the most part, July is just going to be coverage of Ultraman stuff. Half of it will be New Generation Stars, plus the Saturn Cube, which I guess technically is New Generation Stars equivalent now. The other half of it I'm going to keep a secret, but it kind of ties into what was originally supposed to be covered, which was the rest of Zet. The only reason why, unfortunately, I'm going to have to choose to drop finishing Zet is due to the next medal no longer being functional, and obviously because I came from our premium set, that's just really hard to replace. So that kind of infuriated me, because I was like I was trying to get things prepped, and then it was actually because like Zrykin and I were just talking, and he ended up just playing around with the medals, and he was like, "Oh, like this one doesn't work," and I was like, "No way," and such. So it doesn't work in any of my risers now. So I know it's dumb that I'm just gonna shelve an entire or finishing off an entire series all because one thing just doesn't work. But it's not like the Jackal Vice stamp where it still played its LEDs where I could just simply just go back to other videos of mine and just take the audio from that. Like this thing doesn't even like interact with stuff at all, so it would just not make sense. So it doesn't help with timing per se. And plus, I think I looked back in like the sole video I did cover Ultra Metal EX in, Gashapon Ultra Metal EX in, and I don't even think I played all the sounds for the next, so I don't even have my own archive. So, yeah. Other than that, as far as I'll update you on, August, which will, I mean, technically, July would be like the time we would have annually covered Kamen Rider, but obviously I haven't collected a Rider toy line in 2 years, so in place of that, we're covering Armor Hero. But there's an issue. To which Zrike and I are trying to trek through it. But yeah, our Armor Hero coverage, I think I'm gonna try to make it work. Even with like all the tariff situation and such. Like luckily it doesn't hurt most of it. It's gonna especially hurt this next batch, but like for the most part, we got 1 week secured. Am I going to get intruded? Basically, Star Ray stuff luckily actually has toys, so Star Ray can actually be filled in a week. Unfortunately, we are gonna cut the blind box out of the coverage, but I need 2 more things technically for Star Ray, but I can actually secure one. The other one I'm gonna have to fork over to the tear-ups for, but just because I don't think Total Collectibles will have it. And the other week of stuff, to kind of tell you what the first week of the Armor Hero coverage will be, it will be 1 item per series, to which obviously that is the first series, XT, Lava, Captor, and Hunter. I have 4 of the 5 secured, but I have the Captor Summoner in my possession. The items and representation for the first series, XT and Hunter, are in our current Super Buy box, which hopefully we get secured. The only issue is Lava, because I like the Lava Summoners. However, I initially wanted to get all 4, but again, because of the situation with tariffs, I'm really trying to figure out which one of the 4 I want to kind of secure first to be the representative of Lava, and I'm gonna have to go. I'm not gonna tell you what exactly, but like I think I kind of have an idea which one I'm gonna end up going for. So yeah. Other than that, though, like again, I already kind of had a backup plan for this inedibility since, again, December, which is why we have this year laid out the way it is, just so I didn't have to make Zraiken secure things for me and such, because technically the Doran Changer was the last thing I've made Zraiken pre-order for me and such. So yeah, I think that is kind of all of the things I kind of wanted just to quickly address. If you're wondering why I didn't bother mentioning what's happening within September through December, it's just delayed because I'll remind you by then, but if you want to hear it now, literally September is going to be a rest month technically. October, November is going to be entirely CSM Gaim. December is secret. Sorry, there's dust. I think one of the last things I kind of just want to ask is literally just like if anyone's interested in a Q&A, because I was going to make a post about it. I was going to make a like poll, a 24-hour poll for on our post or a community tab asking about if there's any interest for us to host a Q&A and such. Just because I think it will be cool, but I kind of know that like I don't think there's enough people that would like actually want to like actually ask me anything and such. So like you can change my mind and like be like, heck yeah, we want a Q&A, but like other than that, I'm not gonna be surprised if like no one is like interested in that kind of thing. Like I do have other big plans too that I actually wanted to pursue, but like which I did film one, but then I don't know. I don't know how I want to. It's not that I don't know how to pursue it. I'm just too intimidated by the entire prospect of like just trying to get it 100% right and not like have any hiccups towards it. But like other than that, hopefully I get the Friday video out. I'll probably film that and then immediately film the Gear Dillinger, but again, I had to prioritize the Gear Dillinger first. Well, technically, I should prioritize the Dawn Blaster. But yeah, I'm sorry.